that they should not worship anything beside God. If they accept this one, tell them it's been enjoined on them to offer prayer. And then so on. He gave him a lot of orders. Among the things he told him, he said, what if you convey the message and you come to a situation where you don't find the answer in the Quran, you don't find the answer in my tradition and my teaching, you have not heard it from me, what would you do? And this man, Ma'az bin Jabal, replied, O Messenger of Allah, I will use logic. I will think which one is closest to your teaching, which one is closest to the instruction from the Quran, and which one goes with logic. I will go with that. Now, this topic you are mentioning, a couple who are unable by themselves to produce a baby, they should go to another. It's against, in my opinion, that's my view. I said it's against nature.
They can support another orphan.
You can support orphans as a solution. I started by saying I'm not qualified and not prepared to answer this question. We can still do some research and ask scholars what is their opinion on it. But this, I will say no, until further evidence is found. And the reason for that, the Prophet ﷺ said also, he said there are things who are clearly allowed. You know them for sure. I know for sure I'm allowed to drink water, no doubt. I know for sure I'm allowed to eat fruit. I have not seen any fruit that is being forbidden, except the one that was forbidden in the garden. But it's still not forbidden in this life here. So these are clearly known, they are allowed. And other things are clearly haram. I should not go near them. I know for sure I should not eat the pig. This is clearly mentioned, no doubt. I know for sure whatever happened, I'm nearer to my death than taking a glass of alcohol and putting it in my mouth. This is haram. The Prophet ﷺ said in between clearly halal and clearly haram, there are doubtful things. Things you are not sure whether they are right or wrong. That's where people have problems. And he also gave the solution to that. He said when you have a doubt about a matter, don't touch it until further knowledge is given to you, to be on the safe side. So if I want to make sure I'm not doing the wrong thing, I go away from it and abstain from doing it until I have knowledge. So this is my logic.
How about the medicine?
So another thing has
Medicine
come
in
up.
what?
So suppose that I need the blood. The doctor has said that you buy the outside the medicine blood. So he's some non-Muslim in the eating the pork, something like that, and use the blood for me. So it's halal.
Okay, this is a very simple matter.
Huh?
It is a very simple matter. You are receiving blood donation in your blood. It doesn't mean you eat what you've been forbidden to eat.
No,
you are receiving supplement in
Doctor
order to support your life.
You want the blood, not fruit making blood. It's to buy the outside the blood. So it's
That's what
halal
I'm
and
saying.
more.
That's what he said.
There is absolutely nothing wrong taking the blood of someone who does not believe whatsoever in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and inject it into my own. There's nothing wrong with that.
It is a special critical situation.
It's a condition that is requiring me to get something to support my life.
Life, yes. You are only getting blood, you are not getting anything else. What
You
you
know-
say, you are not eating something, right?
You are not eating it.
Yeah.
You are not consuming
Even
it.
blood
No.
is eating is haram, right? But you
Eating
are
blood is
receiving
haram.
blood. Yeah.
So another thing is, for example, like operation.
Yeah.
If I need a surgery, I will go to the specialist. It doesn't matter whether this person is a Muslim or not. It's the same.
He's a scholar.
It doesn't matter whether the person is a Muslim or not. As long as he knows this profession, he can perform very well the operation. I have no issue with it. I will go there. That's last time I gave the example that I said, for sure, all of you here may say, yeah, we love Brother Ali, we love Brother Ali. But none of you can love me more than my own mother.
I see the.
But-
oh, sorry.
If it comes to a critical situation where I have, for example, an accident or I need surgery again, my mother is not specialized in medicine. She does not know how to do surgery or operation. I would rather go to this sister who is from China. It's not even from my same continent, who is specialized in medicine, and say, can you please open my stomach? Operate on that. She doesn't know me. She doesn't know where I come from. From there, we may not meet even again. But I still trust her to give, I trust her with my life. Open my chest and do whatever you want to do to save my life. While I know for sure my mother is there. But I won't allow her to operate on me because that's not our profession. So, in medicine, there's nothing wrong in seeking medicine. Actually, it's encouraged in Islam. When you are sick, you should seek medical attention. You don't keep the disease within yourself. In fact, there is a very famous saying of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He said, a Muslim should be constantly asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, praying to Allah to give him good health. But this, it means also, when you are sick, you should seek medical attention. We are not in a sect where when your child is sick, you just go there through supplication. No, supplication is there. You can make prayer, but you should take the baby to a specialist to have medical attention, whether it's baby or adult. Question?
Can I ask another question?
Yeah, please.
What does the Islam say about homosexuality? Because recently President Obama said he approved gay marriage, and there will be creating this
Right.
marriage of this kind. Are they allowed, or they are haram, or
Right.
will this lead to unbelievers of God? Because God created Adam and Eve, and God does not create only Adam and men.
It's true. What she's asking is something real today that society is facing. What is the stand of Islam regarding homosexuality? As in any other religion, any other divine scripture that came before the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbidden this practice. It's forbidden in the Bible, in the Old Testament, as well as in the New Testament. And in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking the people, which people? People of Noah. People of Lut, sorry.
Lut.
They call him Lot or Lut. It's in the Bible. Not Noah. People of Lut. He's asking them, will you leave what I have created you clean and allowed for something that is filthy and leading you astray? He's asking the question. Will you leave what I have created for you, for your mutual right, for enjoyment, for clean and allowed and go for something filthy, dirty, and leading you to destruction? Is asking the question.
Unnatural.
Unnatural.
There's something unnatural.
The people of this prophet of God time, the prophet was not involved in this practice, of course. The people used to, that was the time for the men only mentioned, not women going with women. But today, we have moved from his time, we are going further. Women going with women, men going with men. And this is going under something, even not about religion. It's responsibility. It's about responsibility. You know why people are going into this? They are running away from their responsibility. Right. Responsibility. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us on this earth. He said, the Imam quoted this verse, he said, لَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا لِبَنِي آدَمَ. This is in chapter 17. We have honored the children of Adam. And he has given us the responsibility to carry on the, what is called, one generation to another. So our generation should carry the next generation. And that generation should carry the other generation. Can you imagine, at the time of Prophet Adam, the first man who came, Prophet Adam and his wife, her name is Hawa. We give this name. I didn't see it mentioned in the Quran. It's people from top. So if you don't find it, don't come tomorrow and challenge me. The name, this Hawa, is not mentioned in the Quran. His wife, Hawa. People call her Eve. They first have twins, a boy and a girl. Second delivery, twins, boy and a girl. Third, boy and a girl. They repeated this for, some scholars said, 24 times, some others disputed that number. Every delivery the wife is given is twins, boy and a girl, boy and a girl. Can you imagine if after their own, after the children of Adam, all the boys decide, no, we don't want to marry the girls. We will marry each other. We will take one another as spouse, as they call themselves today. You see two men walking around, you ask them, they say, this is my spouse. They don't say it's my wife, they say my spouse. If they decided to stop the reproduction at their own level, no man is marrying a woman. And the women staying, just like that, or carrying between themselves as we are doing today. Would we be here? There won't be continuity. So,
apart from responsibility, as you have mentioned, is filthiness, right?
they are running away from the responsibility. I'm coming to that point. This is the first thing. You know why? They don't want to take care of a lady and take the responsibility of bringing up the children.
But many of the gay
Just-
couple, they will have children, they find some
Why?
other children.
Exactly. That's why you don't want your own kids, you want someone else's children. What is the point? Why you want my own kids, you don't want your own, while you are able to produce them? It's running away from your responsibility is because you may not hold those kids the same way you will have hold your own. That's one thing. Another thing is, coming to this, it's a grave sin in Islam, actually, homosexuality. The people of Prophet Lut, they were destroyed. They were destroyed by Almighty God because
In
of that.
Arabic it is called, the act is called as liwat. That is from Lut. The verb is called as liwa, the act, the noun is called as liwat from Lut.
So
Lam, vav, yete, liwat.
this practice of homosexuality is not supported by divine
Any
instruction.
Even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed the nation of Lut.
That's what I said. He destroyed the people of Prophet Lut. They were wiped out. Because this is a practice that is very much disliked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When he sent those angels to Prophet Lut, he told them, the angel told him, we are coming to destroy the people because they are disobeying Allah. Men are going with men. For that reason, we are going to destroy your city, your people. They were wiped out. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent birds from the sky with stones and stoned them and, took the earth, what is at the top and upside down. And people think these are only stories. It's real thing that happened. Why we know the history about Prophet Adam and how many kids he has. This Prophet Adam, he lived to see almost 2,000 of his grandchildren to grow up. He saw them, lived with them. These are marked. It's all documented. So this practice of homosexuality is something not supported Islamically, and a Muslim should avoid them, whether he's a man or a lady, because this is now a trend today. See ladies going with ladies, men going with men. I find it very sickening, to be honest.
It's a friendship. They just want to transform the
I cannot
friendship.
see a man walking and have any kind of feeling for this man. I don't know. I cannot understand it. For me, this is my opinion. I think it's a disease. Actually, in South Africa, this was considered as a disease. People who tend to develop this, they were forced or they were invited to seek medical attention until very recently. Until very recently,
yes.
When someone is saying I'm gay or something, they tell them go and have medical help. It's something psychological. You have psychological problem, a disease that need to be cured. And today, unfortunately, a bad example is given by a country where we people think is a reference. Obama is coming forward to support this gay marriage. It's very sickening. Yeah, that's what we put it same. And many people believe this is a disease.
Because the mention comes from what? Those people they mentioned, they since their childhood, they kind of knew that they know that they are.
Yeah, they're putting this kind of argument forward to say, since I was a child, I always knew I'm a girl, I want to be, as people coming to Thailand here, they have operation changing completely. A man, yesterday, tomorrow you meet her, you said, oh, my name is Lisa.
No, it's just the like of the same gender.
I know about this
Maybe
one
the
also.
hormone change. I don't know.
Hormone changes. When we look at nature, do you watch National Geographic channel?
Yeah, I believe this is the normal things is the female and male. There's a complete.
That's natural.
But the thing is, that kind of thing, don't know why.
Yeah, it's not natural. It's against nature. It's not natural.
And this actually is for a long time. Before it's like hidden.
Yeah, it's for a long
Now-
time. This prophet lived for long ago. I don't remember the sequences of the coming of the prophet. If you go back to that, you will see that this man came maybe 3,000, 5,000 years after Prophet Adam only. Lut was at the time of Prophet Ibrahim.
After
I think
no,
Yeah.
after Noah.
After Noah, but we.
After Noah, yeah.
After
He
Noah.
produces, yeah,
So
right.
it's
the angel
quite
came
long
to Ibrahim.
ago they started this practice, but as we said, it's not something natural. Why it was not known for the past, let's say 2,000 years, not widely practiced, and only today people are coming forward and doing this one, and because I'm doing something. I'm from Hollywood. I'm, having that fake life. People are trying to copy me. Say, yeah, this is my spouse. We are doing this and that. Building fake dreams into people's life. And then many of the young kids will copy that, of course. They will see it and they say, I want to be like that. I want to be like this. So, in this practice, people who are leading them into that, they have a share in their sins because you are inviting people to the wrong thing.
No, where the area where this religion has been totally disregarded or neglected.
Disregarded.
This type of things are rooted because this is the first thing is this demolish the family system. That is a very dangerous.
Exactly. That's a
This
point
is
I missed when I
encouraged.
was mentioning
If this is
this
encouraged after a
responsibility.
century, then there won't be any family system or responsibility.
The main thing basically is responsibility to carry on the species.
Yes,
So,
of course.
but the thing is, because most of the people, they're not like that. So even they legalize, I'm not talking about if they should or should not, but it is that even if things happen, the species would not stop basically, because most of the people wouldn't because of trend and follow that because that's their nature. But this is just because they would say that is their nature. They
Yeah.
say they start from there as a child. They say they feel like they are natural born as.
Yeah, but when we start having feelings, when someone start having feelings, is when you grow. When you start knowing this is right, when you start hiding things you know for sure these are not right things, that's when you start having feelings. I remember when we were kids, my brother, he wanted to copy another guy who smoked. But he cannot dare bring in the cigarettes at home. And then my cousin asked him, he said, why you have to hide this one? He said, you want my father to kill me? He said, so you know it's wrong.
Yeah.
That's when you start, the moment you start hiding the things, these things is something not right. Otherwise you won't hide it. You are happy even to display it. So you cannot say from when I was child, these people, their argument is very big.
Because we love them so much. We
Yeah,
don't
we
understand.
hear these stories. I listen to them sometimes, even though just for the purpose of learning. I even meet some people.
You see, now new
I
things.
meet them physically. I saw them.
Another.
We have some talk. I'm not saying we have time or anything, but I listen to them.
So they
This-
also mentioned this
Of
since
course,
the
the same
child.
argument they tell you this.
This
They
is
tell everyone
this
else.
side. Another side is I just read about news from Indian newspaper. See, India is so-called a cultural based country. So in Bombay or some other places they started a spam bank. Spam bank now.
Right.
They say this is lot of people, couples they are coming and they ask for the sperm of some species. There is the highest, the Brahmin.
Right.
The highest
caste
caste.
system.
Highest caste people. Someone who studied, he is an intellectual of India, whose sperm they seek.
You know, in this one, you know,
This, the
mentioning about
the newspaper is quoted once, Bernard Shaw, a French lady, French actress, came to Bernard Shaw, then he seek his help. Say, sir, I just want to produce a lady through you, with your intelligence and my beauty. Then Bernard Shaw shot back, madam, okay, if that is happened, it's okay. If the child is become my beauty and your intellectuality, what will happen?
I read another story recently. A doctor in the UK, people were coming to seek treatment from him to have kids. Instead of helping them with the proper medical way, he's using his own semen. His father threw out 120 kids.
Oh.
120 kids is from his own,
Without their knowledge.
without the knowledge of people. And they only
And the
do
couple.
this one, you know how long? 50 years after his death. What you can do?
Oh, what do you get?
They also showed that in America, in a locality that they choose, right? So it happened that many of the ladies chose the same person, and then now their children going to same school and they have relationship or whatever, but they are from same father.
And you see this happening also.
The
You see the news happening over.
The couples they go and ask for the sperm. You say they just want to borrow the sperm of such and person. But the doctor says we won't reveal any, that we keep it confidentiality.
Islam actually has resolved that question of, for example, if Obama is the top of the world today, politician, and he's a role model for many people. Not like me. He's not my role model. If this man gave his sperm to couple or whatever, through that a child is produced, it doesn't mean this child is going to be another Obama. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned this one in Surah Al-Luqman. Surah Al-Luqman is which chapter? 31, 32, around. In the last verse of this chapter, God is mentioning that 5 things is mentioning that only himself can give them. He said he is the one who knows what you will eat tomorrow. You don't know what you will eat tomorrow. You can make plan and provisions, but it doesn't mean you will eat that. He said he is the one who decides where a person will die. It doesn't matter how clever you are, you will never know where you will die. You may want to die in such and such place and make provision for that. It may not happen. He said he is the one who decides what the child who is in the womb will become. This is very important. A child who is in the womb of the mother, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will decide whether this child will be rich or poor. He will decide how long you will live. He will decide whether you will be a king or a servant. He will decide your fate entirely. Your parents cannot control this.
You mean Allah?
Allah decides these things. No other
Is
being
there
can
mention
control them.
any base on anything?
Is
The-
one of the main
Is it
couple
based
of
on
Iman.
anything to give the destiny of?
Yeah, that he is the one to give the destiny. He's the one to
It's
decide.
not really evidence in the Quran.
This, that's what I said is in Surah Al-Luqman. I give you the chapter number. One minute.
For example, do he have any, like based on, because this person?
No, that his own decision. It's not because my parents were this or that. Allah will decide this one. Whether
It's the reason, I mean, the reason. Is there any reason to decide this one will be king or this one will be beggar?
there is no reason mentioned.
Okay.
He didn't mention the reason for why someone will be like king, another one will be a servant. He did not mention this reason.
And
Why?
everyone's life is only one life.
In this world, yes, and an everlasting life in the hereafter.
So it's only one life in this world.
No incarnation.
No reverse.
And the position is already decided.
It's designed.
The position, what you will live on this earth, yeah, is being designed. Surah Luqman is chapter 31 of the Quran. The last verse of that is it has 34 verses. The 34th verse, it said, indeed Allah alone has knowledge of the hour. The hour means the time you will die. And send down the rain and knows what is in the womb. Before, can you imagine 1,400 years back, we didn't have this ultrasound or what is it called again? Another scan type of scan. Nobody knows whether the woman is carrying a male or a female child. But that's not the reference only. He's mentioning what is in the womb, whether you will live long, whether you will have a short life, whether you will be rich, whether you will be a poor, a lawyer, an engineer, or uneducated. This, only Allah will know this one. Because however much I wish my child to be the best in the world, if Allah doesn't will it, it will never happen. I can put all the resources I have for him to be there, he may not be there. We see that a lot. Kids are sent to Harvard, paying $25,000.
Some is dropping out from Harvard
Dropping out.
and creating
George Bush
Microsoft
is an example.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
and Facebook.
Facebook.
This guy, what is his name?
Zuckerberg.
Steve Jobs.
He died.
All these guys, what did they become? Their parents didn't want them to start like they started, but at the end they came to something else. Albert Einstein, this guy dropped from schooling. He went and did his own thing. And today he's considered as the most intelligent scientist who ever lived. And then Allah continues in this verse, and no soul perceive what it will eat tomorrow. Nobody knows what they will eat tomorrow. And then he went on to say, and no soul perceive in what land it will die. Indeed, Allah is knowing and acquainted. This is something to make us think really. If we reflect upon this, we will know for sure that is the supreme being controlling us.
Well, some people, if they think, if they cannot control their life, so they might give up. If they think, they're just a beggar and they never even do any good.
This is not what he is teaching. He's mentioning the knowledge of God toward us. It's not mentioning what we should do and responsibility. He said, actually, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, work as if you will never die, and worship God